Hey guys, for today's video, we're gonna be doing a favorites one. I can't remember when I did my last one. I couldn't find it on my channel. I don't know what happened to that video, but it had to have been at least like 2 or 3 months ago. So hopefully I'm not repeating anything. If I am, then you know that I really love these products. I'm just gonna get right on into it. Also, do you guys like my makeup? My sister did it for me. It looks so cute. I love the way it turned out. So let's start with face. I'm gonna go in order like I usually do. And the first one I want to talk about is this one from Cover FX. This is the primer I've been using. I have been using this in like all my videos. I'm actually almost out of it. I've never ran out of a primer so fast in my life, but I just really love this. It does a nice job of blurring and filling in pores without making me get too oily, because a lot of the times I have to use a mattifying primer, but I don't love mattifying primers because they can just be too much for my skin. So I like this because it blurs and it does a good job of keeping my makeup in place, but it doesn't make me super like matte, you know? And I'm not into like really a matte face anymore. I like the look of more like a natural finish now. I never thought I would say that in my life, but that's what I'm into, and I love this. I've tried this in the past and I didn't like it in the past, but I revisited it and I love it. It's so good. Keeping along with the Cover FX family, I also love this Illuminating primer. It's so nice. My friend actually gave it to me. Let me just go ahead and show you guys how it looks. It's like very, very illuminating. It doesn't make your face greasy. It just makes it like really, not even shiny, it just gives it like a beautiful sheen to the face. Oh my god. And then like Cover FX primers are great. They're like up there with some of my favorites and some of the best, I feel like. Like Smashbox, I'm obsessed with all of the Smashbox primers. These are up there for me with Smashbox. I love them, and I've been using a lot of Cover FX products lately, but I love these primers. They're pretty pricey, but they last a really long time because you don't need a lot. And the way my makeup goes on top, and then the way my makeup looks, and the way it lasts throughout the day, I just feel like these are just like my new favorite go-tos. This next product that I have is the Wet n Wild translucent powder. This is the photo focus one. I know I've talked about this, I think in an underrated products video. I can't actually remember which one it was, but this is so, oh my god, so good. I've actually been using this to set my whole face. You get a ton of product in it. It's like a nice, really finely milled powder. I know it looks kind of heavy right there, but it's actually very translucent. I don't use this to bake my concealer because I like to go in with more of a brightening powder to bake, but I love this for my face, and I like it to bake underneath my contour and my smile lines and basically everywhere else. Now, I did mention previously that this doesn't keep me matte throughout the day. I do get really oily with it. I can probably get about 5 hours of wear time, but I've noticed that when I bake along my nose with this powder, my makeup will last longer. I know I've mentioned before that I don't really like to bake my face because I feel like it's just too heavy for me, but with this, because this powder is so lightweight and it's so natural looking, I don't feel like I'm really cakey or too heavy, so I feel fine baking with it, whereas with other powders I normally wouldn't do that. So I just like love this. I've been using it nonstop, even over my Pretty Vulgar powder, which is my favorite ever, but I'm just into this. It's Wet n Wild, it's affordable. This whole big ass thing is seriously like $6. So good, and I think it works for a lot of different skin types, whether you're dry, normal, or oily. I think it would cater to a lot of different people and everybody would love it. So this bronzer is from Catrice. I actually got this from my sister. Okay, I didn't get it from her. I took it from her because I can't find it at Ulta here, but they do sell it on the Ulta website. So this is the Sun Lover Glow Bronzing Powder, and this is honestly, okay, this reminds me of an Hourglass bronzer. I do not even say that lightly, because Hourglass I feel like is just like the elite of all the bronzers, the products, like in general. Hourglass is just super luxury, super fancy, like just really good quality. Like Hourglass powders are something that I've never seen before in another brand, and I feel like this gives me that Hourglass feel. I stole this from her like the day that she got here, and I've been wearing it non-stop. I have it on today. It just looks so insanely beautiful. It actually adds the most beautiful, like radiant glow to your face that you could ever imagine in your life. So this is in the shade Sunkissed Bronze. I don't know if they have other colors, but I did look it up. They have it on the Ulta website, but I haven't been able to find it in stores. I've gone to a couple different ones and I haven't been able to find this. She said she got this when she was in Thailand, so I don't know if they just have it in certain countries or if they just have it like online only. I have no idea, but this is like actually so gorgeous. I feel like the swatch is doing it a pretty good justice. If you can just see how like shiny it is and how glowy. It's not really like a MAC gold deposit, not anything like that, or like a really shimmery bronzer. It's like a shimmery bronzer with like a glow highlighting feel to it, but it looks like radiant on the skin. I love this. I'm telling you, I saw this and I was like, ooh, I want to try that. I tried it and I was like, sorry, sweetie, I'm gonna have to keep this. It's amazing. Please, please, if you can get your hands on that, please try it out. Okay, also, I'm loving this Fenty bronzer. This is the Island Ting bronzer. This is more of a neutral undertone. I feel like I can kind of see a little greenish undertone in the pan, but it actually looks really good on the face. I also have this on for my contour. I don't use this to bronze the face because I don't like a matte bronzer like around the perimeter of my face. I like something like the Catrice one, but I love to contour obviously with matte powders, and this has been my go-to contour of the moment. Really nice, smooth, impeccable formula. It's so pretty, and I love the finish that it gives. I feel like it would look even better when I was tan because it's not like too dark, but I do go in very lightly because it is a little too dark for me at the moment. But oh my god, when I'm tan, I can see this just being like the perfect highlight for me. And then, ooh, I almost dropped something. While we're on the topic of this, I want to just go ahead and throw in this Luxie brush. This is the 512 small contour brush, and if you guys have been watching me since like I first started, I am so loyal to my Real Techniques contour brush, but since I got this is like my new bitch right now. It's just the perfect, like gets right in the hollows. It's kind of like the same shape as the Real Technique ones, but it's square. And Luxie brushes are so great. I'm really just in love with a lot of their brushes, and this one is no exception. I do have other contour brushes from them. I don't know if they're the same, but I feel like this one is just the perfect size. Like, this is the perfect size for me.
That's what she said.
I love this. It's my go-to. I haven't seen Real Techniques in a minute. I don't even know where she is. Also loving this e.l.f. blotting powder. I think I mentioned this in my underrated products video. Oh my god, this is such a nice powder. So this is a matte powder, but I feel like it's not a cakey matte. Like, it's a very wearable matte that kind of melts into your skin but still keeps you from getting super oily. It doesn't make you look heavy. I feel like this is just such a wearable matte. It kind of reminds me of like a demi matte. Like if you were to have like a demi matte foundation, like the L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation, this kind of reminds me of that, but in a powder form. Do you know how with some matte powders, like they just settle too quickly, or they make you look too heavy, or your skin just looks kind of crepey? This doesn't do that. It's a really great touch-up powder as well, but I'm more into like a translucent powder like the Wet n Wild one, but if I'm in a rush and I need something quick, I grab this, and every time I grab this, I always look at my skin and I'm like, why don't I use that more? It looks so good. So I've been kind of going back and forth between this and the Wet n Wild one, and this one is really great. It is pretty small. I mean, it's a tiny little powder compared to like what you would get as like maybe a regular size or a translucent one. I don't even know what the size of this is, but I think this is only like $5, so pretty affordable, and I like it. It's really beautiful. No flashback or anything like that, and it really does keep my makeup in place the entire day. This is like an insanely new product for me. I have not had this for that long, but I want to include it because I've been using it like ever since I got it. I think I've only had it for like 2 weeks, but it's really beautiful. So this is the Alamar Cosmetics. This has like fallout everywhere because I used it, well, my sister used it on me earlier. The blush trio. I have the fair light one. Now I will say I don't know that I'll be able to use this when I'm tan because it is very, very light, but I love the color scheme on it. I also have this on today. I think my sister just mixed all three of them together. To me, they just scream summer shade. So I love that it has an orange in it because I've always wanted to try an orange blush, but I don't want to invest in it in case it doesn't look good on me. But I actually really like the way it looks on my skin. So my favorite, I think, is this one mixed with this one, and then this is just kind of like a mauve rose, which is right up my alley. They're like almost a sheer formula, not super intense or super pigmented like some blushes are. Like there are some where you can barely tap your brush in. These are very buildable. You can go in really heavy-handed. It's going to take a minute to build it up, but also if you just want like a nice, like a sun-kissed sheen, almost like you almost look like your cheeks are just flush, these are really pretty. It's a great formula. I love it. Even though this is more of like a pinkish rosy tone, I just mixed all three of them together and it looks so beautiful. I love the way it looks. It's just like so summer to me, and I'm getting in that mood where I'm like just ready for summer makeup. This highlighter I truly have not been able to put down. I'm also noticing that a lot of these products that I'm talking about I've gotten in Boxy Charm, so thank you Boxy Charm. They've been like introducing so many amazing products into my life. But this is the Artist Couture Summer Haze Diamond Glow Powder. I've never tried anything from Artist Couture. I've heard about their highlighters for so long. Don't know why I've never tried them. I guess I just never got around to doing it, or I just forgot. These are absolutely exceptional. I have it on today. You can honestly see how glowy my skin looks. I always say this, the studio lights kind of dull down my highlight because the lights are so bright, but oh god, this is just the most perfect summer bronzy peachy champagne highlight all mixed in one. I know that doesn't make sense, but that's just the best way I can describe it, because it almost looks like when you see it in the pan, like it's not going to be a great highlight color because it's a little peachy. When you actually get it on your face, it has flecks of silver shimmer in it. It's just so beautiful, and the formula is just like, it's so different than anything that I've ever used, and I am so into it. I haven't been able to stop using this. I have not used a lot of my other highlights. I'll still reach for them here and there, but this is top shelf for me. I love this. And while I'm talking about this, I also want to mention that I love applying it with the Anastasia highlighting brush. I know I mentioned it in a tutorial. I bought this because I've been wanting to try it for years. I tried it with a regular highlighter. I didn't like it, but this is absolutely perfect for loose highlighter. So I have a ton of loose highlighters. I love loose highlighters. The ColourPop ones are great. I really like the Kylie ones, and now this one as well, and I have finally found a purpose for this. I was like, everybody loves this. I want to love it too, but I just couldn't bring myself to ever use it because I like my BH fan brush more. This is perfect for loose highlights, and so now that this is like my favorite at the moment, this has been the highlighting brush that I've been using a lot. And then when I use my powder highlights, like my regular press ones, I'll use my BH one, but this is absolutely perfect for loose highlights. So if anybody has tried this and they're like, how does everybody talk about how they love that because they just can't find themselves to love it, because that's how I was, this is really, really great for loose highlighters. Try it with something like that. I have one more face product, but let me just continue on with brushes since I was talking about that. I have one brush I want to mention, and this is the Morphe, I think it's the R38, the number rubbed off, but you guys already know how I feel about Morphe. Not a fan of the majority of their brushes, especially their blending brushes. I just don't like them. They never work for me, but this one is so good. I guess the rose gold line is a little bit better, I think, in my opinion. I think it's a little more high quality than their regular brushes. I've tried every single blending brush that all the YouTubers talk about. They've all lost their shape, or they shed, or they're unusable, or they get like weird and they like end up like this after I wash them a few times. But I've washed this like so many times. I use this on my clients in my kit. It's never lost its shape. It's like up there in quality with my Sigma brushes, which you guys know I love so much. It's really affordable. I think this is only like $7 or $8, and I just love this brush. I find myself reaching for this over my E25. That's crazy. I never thought I would say that, but I'll go in with my Sigma E40, and then instead of doing my E25 where I go in with a like second crease color, I've been using this and I love it. I love the hair. It blends amazingly, and I just really find myself just always wanting to use this brush. This deserves all the credit in the world. If you have had the same issues, I know people comment in my videos and they say the same things, that they don't understand the hype with Morphe, and they agree with me, but I highly recommend you to try the rose gold line. And this one especially, I think it's the R38. Amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. When I go back to the Morphe store, I'm gonna get like 10 more of these. Okay, so when I'm not using the other products that I mentioned earlier and I need something quick like a palette, I don't have time to reach for all these individual things and I need something fast. What I've been using lately is this palette from Cover FX. This is the Perfector face palette. Cover FX has blessed us with one of the most beautiful face palettes I've ever seen. This is the one for light to medium skin tone. Now I will say I don't like this blush. I'm sure you guys know it's because it's pink. Not a fan of it. I've never even used it. I've tried to use this and it's just a little too pink for me. I would probably maybe test it as like a shadow, but I don't like it to set my face. But the highlighter, these two, this brightener in the middle and this contour are perfection. This is such a beautiful like ashy cool toned contour. Looks so beautiful on like lighter to medium skin tones. I think I love it for myself for a contour, and then I love the highlight. So I actually just mix all three together. I'll go ahead and show you swatches. And Cover FX just has really great quality products. They're really smooth, just like good quality. Their products are so good. There's not a lot of Cover FX products that I've tried that I'm not happy with, and I've tried a lot of things from them. I've always been very satisfied anytime I try anything from them. So they're right here down there. The highlighters are so smooth, they're blinding, they're beautiful, the contour is great. I've been using this one as an inner corner or brow bone highlight, and then again, like the highlighters are just so beautiful. I really love this, and if you're not a picky bitch like me and you'll wear a pink blush, you'll get even more use out of it because it comes with the blush, but like that's just not my color. That's not for mama. It's so convenient because it's in a palette that it would be great for travel. So I love this. I think it's great. Next I have this eyeshadow. This is from Wet n Wild, and this is one of their liquid shadows. I tested this in my Wet n Wild testing the Crystal Cavern collection, and this is in the shade Cashmere Love. I am so into this. It is absolutely stunning. It's a taupe shade because we already know I'm into taupes. Almost reminds me of like a more amped up version of the NYX glitter gold shadows. Those are really pretty, but they're not super glittery like the Stila ones. I would say this is a really nice in between if you want something a little more kicked up than the NYX ones, but not as expensive as Stila. I think these are just like a really great in between choice for a liquid shadow. I have the creasiest eyes ever. These don't crease on me, and I don't need a glitter glue with them. It lasts all day. Actually, when I did that video, I went to spin class afterwards and it was still on my eyes, even though I was drenched in sweat after I worked out. Let me do a little bit of a better swatch for you guys. That was kind of messy. This is the only color that I've tried, but I'm pretty like confident that if I tried other ones, I would like them just as much. And somebody actually commented on my video and said that the matte ones are just as good and they're really easy to work with. So I'm gonna test those out next time I see them in stores. I keep forgetting, but I'll try those out and I'll let you guys know how those work as well. So I love this beautiful, affordable, budge-proof shadow. It's not gonna move and it's easy. Okay, let's talk about a few lip products. I'm not gonna talk about the Wet n Wild, okay? I know you guys have heard enough. You get the fucking picture. I love the Wet n Wild lip glosses, but I wanna talk about the combination I'm wearing right now, and this is NYX Cold Brew. And I talk about this lip liner all the time. I think this is my new favorite lip liner. Like, I think this is gonna be a staple for me, even though I'm not a lip liner ass bitch, but I guess I am for NYX Cold Brew. But it's like a deeper lip liner, so I have it on today, and then what I've been doing is kind of filling in just in the corners right here and then leaving the center bare, and I've been going in with the Fenty Gloss Bomb. Now, I know I'm old with the Fenty Gloss Bomb. I tried this like 2 years after this came out. I literally tried this recently, like, I think in like November or December, and oh my god, first of all, it smells so good. I have this on today on top, and I love this combination. It's just very pouty, very pretty. I'm not like a huge fan of this by itself. I think it does look very pretty. I just like it a little bit better with a lip liner. I feel like when I first tried this out, I was like, okay, let me try it because it's so hyped, but I wasn't that into it, and I honestly forgot about it until maybe like a month or two ago, and when I rediscovered it, I was like, why did I say I didn't like that again? Because it's beautiful. It does make your lips look so insanely juicy. It's like a pretty combination of like a peach and pink. I don't even know why I'm describing it to you guys because I'm sure everybody knows this gloss. It's not that I don't like it by itself. I like to just like layer different products. You guys already know how I am. I'm sure you saw my lip video. If you didn't, I'll put it up here. Or I think it's this side. Is it this side? Fuck, I can't remember. But if you didn't see that video where I talk about my favorite lip combos, I love layering lip products. I just like my lips better that way. So again, it's not that I don't like this by itself, it's just that I like it better because I like to layer my products. So I love this combo with Cold Brew. I just feel like they look really pretty, juicy, just like a pretty like summertime glossy, shiny, bronzy, glowy goddess lip. There you go. I'm also really into this lip liner. This is the Ultimate Lip Liner from LA Girl. This is in the shade Keep It Spicy. It's just like a pretty, like a spice color almost. Rosy, browny, darker pinkish nude. But I really like this with like my more pink tone lips, especially with this, which is my next favorite. My Milani Satin Matte Lipstick in, what is this? O2. If I'm wearing this, I almost always pair it with this and then more than likely a gloss on top. If I'm being lazy, I won't do the lip liner, but I really love a darker lip liner and then a lighter liquid lip or like center color. I just think that looks really pretty, and then with a really shiny gloss, I think it makes your lips look real juicy and really defined. And these are so comfortable. I've said it so many times and I'll say it again. If you do not like liquid lipsticks and you don't have access or you don't want to order the ColourPop Satin Lips online, please try these. I really feel like you will come back to this video and thank me. And if you do buy these on my recommendation, please let me know in the comments because I just need you guys to hear me when I say that these are the bomb diggity. I have one more product I want to mention, and this is all wet because it's straight from the shower. Let me just go ahead and wipe it off to make her a little more presentable. But this is the Vanity Planet, I don't know what it's called, that set that everybody has a discount code for except for me because they don't know who I am. So this isn't mine. This again is my sister's. You know what the best part about having a sister living with you again is you can use all their stuff. So she actually got this for Christmas, and I never saw the hype in this. Like, I always had my little L'Oreal brush and then my Clarisonic. If you guys don't know, Clarisonic's not an exfoliator. It has like a different type of technology so products can penetrate deeper. But when I needed to exfoliate my skin and I needed to go in and like really buff off dead skin or open up my pores, I would use my L'Oreal exfoliating brush. Well, Matthew knocked it over in the shower and she went to brush heaven. So I haven't had an exfoliating brush, and when she came, she brought this with her, and I have been using it because I love it. So I know my sister actually uses these two, one of these two. I love this silicone brush, and I never thought that I would like a silicone brush because I'm not into this. I'm more into like the traditional brush. But you guys, when I use this, my face feels so freaking clean. There are not a lot of things over the years that I've had my Clarisonic that made me use that over my Clarisonic, and I haven't used my Clarisonic since my sister got here. Actually, when she leaves, I'm gonna buy one for myself because this is so freaking good. So I'm not gonna go too into it because I'm sure a lot of people know about it. There's a ton of discount codes where you can get it for like 20 bucks, and then I think you pay for shipping, which brings it to around like $30 because I did look it up so I could let you guys know. They have it on Haute Look all the time. It's always on sale, and there's always a coupon code from like somebody. Like, there's always one on the internet. So I want to say it's like 100, it's like 120 or 130 or something like that, but with the discount it brings it out to like $19.99, which is crazy. And this was like one of those overhyped like social media brands that I saw, and I was like, can people stop talking about that brush? Because I was just content with my little Olay brush, but the Olay brush is $30 itself. So this is cool because it comes with 3 different heads. I don't know what these do and what the difference is, but it does, I'm sure they do something, I just don't know because I've only been using this one. It comes on 2 different speeds. So that's the higher speed. I always use the higher speed, and then that's the lower speed. I feel like that's just a little too low for me, but I'm telling you, I've been using this and I like, my skin just feels so like squeaky clean. I love it, and I love that feeling. I love the feeling that my face feels after I wash and exfoliate and get all my makeup off. And I don't know if there's anything as satisfying to me other than taking off your lashes and taking off your brow at the end of the night than when you're done with everything, like your entire face routine, and you're just taking your toner and a cotton and you rub it over your face and there's no makeup left, because this brush is amazing. Okay, so that's it. Hopefully this video isn't 17 years long. So if there's anything that I mentioned in this video, go ahead and let me know if you've tried it, if you like it or if you don't like it, because I like getting other people's feedback. I just like to see what other people like, basically. So go ahead and let me know. Also leave your beauty favorites below so I can check those out. I love when you guys leave me new things to try. I'll keep a list on my phone of what you guys recommend to me. And sometimes when I go grocery shopping, I'll just stroll down the cosmetic aisle and I'm like going through my list and I'm like, somebody told me to try this from CoverGirl. Let me just pick it up while I'm here. So yeah, go ahead and leave me your suggestions below if you have any. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe before you go. And then don't forget to hit the notification bell. Okay, post notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye! Excuse me. And someone burps so much as you. I think I have like, what's that word where you have like issues with your esophagus? No, like when you have like digestive problems. Until 10:30. You are not my fucking boss.
Tell me to be done. It's 10:17. I need to go to bed ASAP. I haven't seen a lot of your old videos because I've been so busy.
You're a fake ass bitch.
I said I haven't watched in a while. I haven't seen every single video.
You're not my sister anymore.
Let me make my extra thing.
Are you seriously going under the table like a fucking little kid?
Is that a dried up scallion on the floor?
Why aren't you wearing pants?
Because I don't sleep with pants on.
Where's the dried up scallion?
Tuck my head in the corner.
You fucking mountain troll.
You look fucking beautiful.
You look like a wildling. You smell. I look pretty without makeup. You look okay.
If someone has the self-confidence that I have, why would you try to tear me down?
Because I fucking hate you. Because you're destroying my life.
Oh no.
This is gonna be a long 4 months.
Would you tip me if I was your waitress? Hi, what can I get you? What the fuck? What do you want?
That's in my eyes watering.
Stop.
I can't.
Okay, breathe. I see to the rescue. I did her makeup, so if you want to go ahead and give me a follow, she'll put it down below.
Wow, shameless plug.